Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Sikata Nanda, working as Associate Professor in the Department of Community Medicine, SCB Medical College, Cuttack. Today, I'll be giving a brief presentation on COVID-19 vaccines. Now, what are exactly the coronaviruses and the COVID-19 SARS-CoV-19? Coronaviruses, as you all know, belong to a large family of viruses that has caused a great havoc since the last 1.5 years, and it is the major cause of common cold, Middle East respiratory syndrome, and SARS. Now, SARS-CoV-2 is a new strain of this coronavirus. This disease, which is caused by the SARS-CoV-2 infection, is called COVID-19. And the infection ranges from mild, moderate to severe complications, and which may even lead to death. In the absence of any known effective treatment, COVID-19 vaccine obviously plays an important role in the protection against coronavirus infection. As of date, till 25th May, in India, nearly 20 crores doses of vaccines have been administered. In Orissa, 72 lakh doses of this vaccine have been administered since the rollout of this vaccination drive from 16th of January 2021. 3 vaccines have been granted under emergency use authorization by the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization in India: Covishield, Covaxin, and Sputnik V. Sputnik V has been introduced in April 12, 2021, and Covishield and Covaxin have been introduced in our country from 16th of January 2021. We have the revised guidelines for this COVID-19 vaccination. Now, the vaccination should be deferred for 3 months after clinical recovery from COVID-19 illness, may be mild, moderate, or severe variety. If an individual is infected with COVID-19 after the first dose, second dose ideally it should be deferred for 3 months after recovery. COVID-19 patients once treated with anti-SARS-CoV-2 monoclonal antibodies or convalescent plasma vaccination, it has to be deferred by 3 months once they are discharged from the hospital. In case of non-COVID illness who require hospitalization or who are admitted in ICU, the individual should at least wait for 4 to 8 weeks before getting the shot of vaccination. Now, vaccination presently is recommended for all lactating women. Now, Covishield, as we know, it is a mRNA virus and basing on the viral vector. So, it is indicated in individuals who are more than equal to 18 years of age and lactating women. It should be administered with precaution in those individuals who have a history of hypersensitivity reactions or with thrombocytopenia or with coagulation disorder. Obviously, it should be postponed in those individuals who presently have acute febrile illness. The government of India has, however, has not allowed to be used in pregnancy or in children less than 18 years of age. However, FOXI has given a go for to be used in pregnancy. The vaccination, however, consists of 2 doses of 0.5 ml, which is to be given at a gap of about 12 to 16 weeks, and that too in the deltoid region, deep intramuscularly. The common side effects that is encountered is headache, dizziness, nausea, vomiting. The patients might complain of abdominal pain, injection site pain, influenza-like illness, fever, lymphadenopathy, and even some complain of loss of appetite. Covaxin is indicated in individuals more than equal to 18 years of age. Now, here again the contraindication includes individuals who are allergic to any of the ingredients of the vaccines or those individuals who have had allergic reaction to the previous dose of the vaccine. And those individuals who currently run fever or have influenza-like illness should abstain from taking the vaccine. It is, however, contraindicated in pregnant women. This again vaccine is given in 2-dosed formulation, that is 0.5 ml deep intramuscularly, given at an interval of 4 weeks apart or 28 days. The common side effects are injection site pain, headache, tingling of the arm, fever, malaise, nausea, vomiting, and skin rashes. However, an individual taking first dose of Covaxin and should not take second dose Covishield or vice versa. Sputnik V, this is recommended in individuals 18 years of age or above. It again is not recommended in pregnancy. It is to be given with caution to individuals who have history of thrombocytopenia or any coagulation disorders. It is available in freeze-dried form. This vaccine, again, it has two different disarm strain of this adenovirus as vectors, which is used in delivery of this vaccine doses, that is AD5 and AD26. The side effects commonly seen as headache, fatigue, flu-like illness. There are certain myths and misconceptions for this COVID-19 vaccines, which we as healthcare providers should clear the beneficiaries who come to the vaccination center. The vaccine is unsafe because it is developed very quickly. Of course, no. They have not reduced the time period, that is the trials have been undertaken and under FDA scrutinization, it has been adopted, it has passed through all the stages and then vaccine has been delivered to be provided to the individuals in the community. Once one dose of the vaccine is given, I will test positive for COVID-19. Whether the vaccine will alter my DNA? No, never. How effective is the vaccine? It is seen that Covishield has efficacy of about 78 to 90%. Covaxin has efficacy of about 70 to 100% and Sputnik has efficacy of about 91.2%. The vaccine has serious side effects such as allergic reactions? No, never. Does it cause infertility in women? It is not proved. I have already been diagnosed with, so I don't need any vaccine. No. COVID-19 vaccine, it does not prevent against COVID-19 disease, but it will reduce the mortality and the morbidity from the disease. Once I receive the vaccine, I no longer need to do SMS, that is sanitization, masking. But besides vaccination, I need to adapt COVID appropriate behavior. At the COVID vaccination center, what are the do's that I should follow? We should have separate entry and exit points. Strict adherence to the COVID-19 prevention protocol has to be maintained. That is, we have to keep a foot operated sanitizer and then mask is to be made compulsory. No mask, no vaccine and 6 feet distance is to be maintained. Then display of appropriate signage based on the signs and symptoms is to be provided. Help desk to meet any queries if present amongst the beneficiaries and counseling regarding the ongoing myths and misconceptions regarding the vaccination has to be provided to all the beneficiaries. So the take-home message is that to remain protected, we need to practice sanitization, use of mask, social distancing, and of course, vaccination. Thank you.